They seriously have a ball in the back of their car that's covered up with a blanket? That's goofed up.
Don't run me down, FedEx.
I remember what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
I remember what I was going to talk about. I know a topic I can put. Oh, baby. This is something that's been on my mind for, quite a while now. And I've seen a lot of it, So you know how Yummy, I don't know if anybody, I know a couple of my followers do, but some of you guys follow Yummy R6. So you know how he always says, fuck you, UPS? Which, I understand why you hate them, because they're just fucking terrible at losing your packages and all this other junk, and, but a lot of people don't have an option. I mean, you have to use UPS no matter what, so you hate them, but you gotta live with it type deal. So that kind of relates to my subject. I know a lot of people are going to agree with this because I used to work in this field. So, DirecTV. Yeah. I know a lot of people that hate DirecTV. So that's my Yummy R6 attitude towards a company. Fuck DirecTV. Yeah. And a lot of you guys would probably know why that would be the case. They're just, it's just like with any satellite TV. It's terrible. But, the hindsight is some people don't have an option. They live out in the boondocks where cable doesn't run and all this other stuff. So you have to use satellite TV or satellite internet to upload, and watch stuff and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's my rant of DirecTV. Now, the only reason why that I know a lot of people don't like DirecTV is, first of all, because, that's just a no-brainer, but, puberty. That's just a no-brainer. But I used to, a couple jobs ago, I think back in 2009, back in my day when I was a whippersnapper, and I'm only 26, 2009, I used to work for DirecTV. But when I worked for them, the big 5-0, when I worked for them, I only worked for them for it was only 4 months, I think. What the heck? Dude, you know what's bad when you got 4 cops? Are they all stolen? Anyways, I used to work for DirecTV for 4 months. So you're your first 2 months are just class stuff, so how to install satellites and stuff like that. And you gotta be, satellite certified and all this stuff so you can, you know state code and all this stuff, because there's state code that you gotta follow when you install these things, because so you just gotta be certified. So 2 months worth of classroom training, and then the other 2 months that I did was actually out in the field. So first 2 months, it was okay, it was fun, you got to learn how satellites worked and where they were in space and all that, and how it how it transmitted to the satellite and stuff like that. I mean, that stuff's pretty cool to me. So, until I started getting into the field. So, getting into the field, that was a lot of fun too. I'm going to tell you the upsides before I give you the downsides of all this. So, the upside of all of this is that, first things first, so when you install satellite TV, you're not installing it out in the boondocks and stuff like that. I mean, we're talking multi-million-dollar homes have satellite TV, and they get the full package and all of this fun stuff. So here I am as a technician back when I'm in my 20s, early 20s. Here I am installing satellite TVs into like multi-million dollar homes, you know, that people just have, you know, just gobs of money. So I mean, and that fact, that's awesome. I mean, we're talking like full-blown in-home theater systems with like couches and shit. Fucking idiot. We're talking like, you know, in-home theaters with like these, you know, thousands of dollars couches and stuff like that, and like your big projector TVs with your surround sound systems and all this stuff. I mean, we're talking some cool stuff, and very intricate, you know, stuff too. I mean, that stuff's awesome. To me it is. You know, any other Joe Schmo would probably think the same thing too, because, you know, not every day you get to step into a multi-million-dollar house. Like, one time I stepped into this guy's one's house, and like, his basement was a half-size basketball court. That was his basement. Actually, no, I'm sorry. His basement was like entertainment, like you would in a normal house. But you go down one more level, you have a half-size court, basketball court. You know, with the full ceilings. I mean, you're talking the full-size gymnasium. You know, vaulted ceilings, basically. Just pure amazing. And you know, and then these other homes too. Like I used to go out on farms and stuff like that. And, you know, I enjoy the farm life. You know, I enjoy being around that kind of stuff. That stuff's a blast to me. So, you know, I did quite a few of those too. You know, and then, you know, people actually feed you and stuff like that, because, you know, you're installing a satellite system into these people's homes, and they feel really happy and all that stuff. So, like, I've actually had people give me food, and they're like, oh, you know, because you're working over lunch and supper and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you hungry? And then they feed you. I mean, that's free food. That's awesome. So, but now the downside is to all of this is that, like I said, you're working, you know, over supper time. You know, most days we're 12 hours a day, you know, 12-hour days. You know, and most of my times I'm working on the weekends and stuff like that too. You know, so it's Saturdays, and I believe we worked on Sundays. I don't know. I don't think we did. It was definitely on Saturdays. I do remember that. And like, you get one other day out of the week off too, which, you know, it's just a random day. You know, like mine was Tuesdays, I believe it was. I can't remember correctly, but, you know, because that was quite a few years ago. But so you get, you know, Sundays, and then whatever other day you get off during the week too. So, I mean, that, it was terrible. And then to top that off, you know, you're getting close. I mean, you're a couple bucks more, but you're getting close to minimum wage. So even though you're working physically 12 hours a day, you only get paid for like 4. Because you get, first of all, you get paid per job. So on rough, it depends on how long your job took. You know, instead to install a satellite into somebody's home, you know, you could get, you know, 2 to 3 jobs out of the day. But, you know, but on some of these like bigger homes, like back in here, I mean, if you're doing like 4 TVs with like a big high definition and all that junk, I mean, that's a full day's project right there. You know, and it all depends on if the customer's picky and all that stuff too. So, you know, it was work, and I mean, you're busting. Yeah, you're busting no matter what. So you get paid by the hour, and then you also get paid by the job. You know, that might seem, even though that might seem a lot of money, it actually wasn't. Because I don't know how they figured it out, but it was really stupid. So, I don't know, each job was like $20 or something like that. I don't know. You know, it wasn't that much, but it was way more than that. But I don't know. It just, all I remember is the pay just freaking sucked big time for 12-hour days, 12 to 13-hour days. You get up, you have to be on site at 8 o'clock, and then you probably won't get home until like fucking 9. You know, and that was pretty much every day you worked. Yeah, it just was not, and you know, before I was pretty good on stress levels. You know, I could take quite a bit, you know, from a job, but that job tipped me over the edge to the point to where I should have been on like depression medication or, you know, stress medication or something like that. So, yeah, I was not good, and even my family told me that too, you know, my mom and dad. So I had to get out of that job like fast. So it was to the point like it was so bad where I was so desperate to get out of that job, I was going to go work at Target until I could find another better stable job, you know, for the time being. So that's how bad that job was. So if you get a satellite installer or a cable installer in general into your house, I would suggest, strongly suggest, you be very, 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 very nice to those people, because they already have a tough enough time running around the whole entire, you know, 3 or 4 jobs. You don't know how many jobs they have to run, but just be very nice to those people, and then make the job as easy as you can to them, because that makes their day. It made my day when people are like, yep, all I need to do is install the box here, I ran the cable, everything, you're good to go, you just need to install the satellite here, this is where I want this, blah blah blah. Like, plan it out for them so they don't have to figure it out, you know, because that's more brain strain on them. So, like, when Comcast came over to my house to install, I said, just give me the shit, leave, I'll plug it in myself. Just give me my equipment, I'm good, I got everything ran, I know exactly where I want it. I just activate my box, and you're good, just get out of here. It took them no more than 30 minutes. So, yeah. So, that's my rant, you know. So, every time I see a DirecTV van around, I say, fuck you, DirecTV, because your satellite internet sucks really bad. And I know one of my followers can vouch for that, so yes, sir. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and head home. It's I didn't really bundle up. You got pink hair. Didn't really bundle up, so it's a little chilly out here. And chillier to come. Waha! So I'm going to run this light here really quick and not slip on the gravel. Oh my gosh. And I will catch you guys later. See you later. Peace. DirecTV.